Thank you very much for coming to our 12th demo day in Tokyo. My name is Sylvain. I'm going to be your host for tonight, and so along with the team, Douglas here, and we have Jan hiding somewhere as always, Truni and James. I'm forgetting so many people, but all our teachers and teaching assistants, we are super happy to welcome you tonight. Before I get started and talk a little bit more about Le Wagon, I first would like to introduce the space. So how many people come here for the very first time? I guess some of you. So this space is Impact Hub Tokyo, and they've been supporting us since the very beginning. We started Le Wagon 3 years ago. They've been extremely supportive throughout all those 3 years, but they not only support us, but a lot of entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs in Tokyo. If you're looking for a space to work out of, if you're a freelancer, if you're starting your company, especially if you're thinking about starting a social business, I strongly recommend this space. They've been amazing dealing with our shit. And even though you may not know them, I think they deserve a round of applause. We never do that, so please let's do that. So thank you, Impact Hub Tokyo. Tonight is a very special night. First of all, because for the first time we have 29 students graduating. It's also a special night because for the first time in Tokyo, we have the very first part-time batch graduating as well. It's one of the first part-time Le Wagon batch around the world as well. We've had some in London, some in Paris, but Tokyo was one of the very first cities to launch a part-time session around the world. So we have 9 part-time students tonight and 20 full-time students. Those 29 students actually, for the part-time, most of them, actually all of them live in Tokyo. For the full-time, they come from all over the world. We have people coming from really the other side of the world. After they finish the bootcamp, after they graduate, those people will go back to their home country. Some of them will be looking for a job in Japan as well. Jobs as web engineers, as freelancers. Some of them will start their own company. Some of them will become product managers. At Le Wagon, we really believe that code is here to build products. That's really what code is here for. You just don't learn coding for fun or just for the sake of it. Code is here to do stuff and to build products. And so, of course, you're going to be needing technical skills, which is most of what we teach at Le Wagon. So things like Rails, Ruby, JavaScript, HTML and CSS, those are the technologies that we teach. But we also teach quite a lot of things that you need to build products. Things like design, things like teamwork, things like collaborative tools, GitHub, as well as Slack, and also things like how to make your user happy and how to have the smoothest user experience for your web application. Tonight, we will pitch 8 web applications, and I think you're all waiting for that. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Noemi on stage for the very first pitch, Clever Closet.
Hi everyone, my name is Noemi, and I really love clothes. I love shopping, and every time I have an event, I cannot stop going shopping for some new item. But did you know that the clothing and textile industry is actually the second largest polluter in the world, right after the oil industry? It's quite bad. And all our clothes are ending up in landfills, even though most of them could be recycled. And that's a problem because I want to be more environmentally conscious, and I actually cannot stop buying clothes. So because of that, we created Clever Closet. And with Clever Closet helps us they manage our closet, but also taking care of the environment by making it easy to share and donate clothes, and by being inspired by the clothes that you already own. So I also want to keep only the clothes that I actually use. So I set a limit for myself, and when I'm close to that limit, I just stop buying clothes. Let's see, I have a job interview on Monday actually, and I definitely need to wear a nice blazer. But I don't remember if I have a formal blazer, because in my previous job I didn't need to wear one. It was a very casual environment. So actually this would be the time when I polished my credit card and go out shopping for a new outfit, but not anymore. I can actually check my virtual closet to see if I have an outfit, a blazer. Okay, it looks like I actually don't have one, but my friends have something that I might use. Maybe not the red one, it's not really appropriate, but that black one, oh, this looks perfect. Let's ask my friend Soda if I can borrow it. I will add that I have an interview on Monday. Okay, let's hope Soda is online. Oh wow, she's really quick. And she says, okay, sure, I can bring it after class on Friday. That's perfect. I now have a blazer and I avoided going shopping. And this is good both for my wallet and the environment. Speaking of which, actually I think at the moment I have too many clothes. So I would like to donate some, or like to get rid of some clothes. But as you may know, in Japan there aren't many options to donate clothes, or even just to recycle clothes. But Clever Closet has a service for that. And if I want to donate clothes, actually Clever Closet will come and pick the clothes up at my place. Let's see what I can donate. Let's see. Okay, I see that stripy sweater. I think I've worn it just a couple of times and it doesn't suit me much, so I will donate this so someone else can actually enjoy it. I have an interview on Monday, so I will book the pickup for Tuesday morning. And 11 a.m. should be fine. And I don't want to say my address here, so I will ask Clever Closet to come and pick it up at Impact Hub. Okay, and now I donated my item, and actually I also get a very nice badge in my profile saying I am a beginner donator. I wonder how many levels are there. Okay, now while I'm here, actually, this morning I was cleaning my closet and I found a nice red coat that I didn't even remember I had. You know, Japanese closets are like really deep and dark, and mine is full of boxes. It's just impossible to remember where I put things, and I always forget what I own, so I have to buy, I sometimes buy the same thing twice. To avoid that, I want to upload my discovery on Clever Closet, so I will call it a trench coat. It's size S. I can also put a memo for the location in my closet, so I will remember where I keep it. I will say that it's the top left box. And I took a photo just before, so I will upload that photo. Okay, and the category is outerwear. And I will add some tags, red and coat. Perfect, now I will never forget that I have this coat anymore. I recommended this app to all my friends, but I know that my friend Yuka, she is actually not, she actually has so many clothes, but she always wears the same thing. And what's worse, she goes shopping too often. I want to remind her that she can have nice looks with what she already has without having an impact on the environment. So I will create a look for, oh, look at that. Yuka is a master donator. Wow, that's amazing. I want to reach that level one day. I will create a look for Yuka. And I will call it Spring Sakura look. It's almost time for Sakura, right? Let's see, let's build a look together actually. What top should we choose? Pink. Pink, okay. It's Sakura time. What about the bottoms? Like pink, okay. Very Sakura, perfect. Okay, then what shoes? Trainers, okay. Okay, let's choose the red shoes. Maybe we don't need a coat because it's already warm. Let's see, what about accessories? Pink. Okay, let's get the pink bag. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, that's an amazing look. I think Yuka will love it, and most of all, she will love the feeling that with Clever Closet we are reducing the impact on the environment. Thank you very much, and I would like to thank my team, Sora on the front end, and Yuichiro as the back end, and Yuka lead developer. Thank you very much.
Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Ni. I am originally from Chicago, and I have been in Japan for about 12 years. And currently I'm living with my girlfriend in a one-room apartment. So you can imagine that we're kind of cramped. We're looking to move out. This is probably like the third time that we've moved since I've been in Japan. And I've really come to just despise this whole apartment finding process. You know, it's really just crazy. I really get overwhelmed. It's like a dagger to my heart. You know, I just can't take it anymore. You know, so I've tried to use like Google Translate on websites like Sumo or Homes, but it's really insufficient. So recently I found this app called Kiota, which has everything that I need all in English. And you know, I'm on the train right now, so let's open it up. So to start off, instead of like bombarding you with like hundreds of different kinds of options, Kiota asks you a series of very engaging questions that then measure my preferences. So how much is my monthly budget? Since I am an English teacher, my monthly budget is around like 40,000 to 150,000 a month. And with the two of us, I think we can swing that. And then where do I work? Well, I work in Shibuya. And where do I like to have fun? I like to have fun in Shinjuku. There's a couple of good bars in Shinjuku. Okay. And are you a loner or do you have a tribe? Well, you know, I'm from Chicago, so usually I run kind of deep, you know, 10, 12 people. But you know, in Japan, it's just me and my girlfriends, it's two of us, so we're a small tribe. Okay. And are you a fan of jogging? Yes, I am definitely a fan of jogging. And do you mainly cook at home or do you go out to eat? Well, we're trying to save money, so mainly we just cook at home. Okay. And do you like going out for coffee or do you like going out for beer? Sorry to all you coffee drinkers out there. I am not a coffee drinker. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm a beer guy through and through, 110%. Okay. Tatami mats, love them or hate them? Actually, if your room of apartment has a tatami mat, usually in Japan, then that apartment is kind of old. But I like new stuff. You know, I'm kind of bougie. I like Louis Vuitton and Prada and Dolce & Gabbana. So we're going to go with we hate tatami mats. Sorry. And are you afraid of heights? I am not afraid of heights. However, I stay clear of all ladders. Okay, so we're going to go with terrified. Okay. So do you have any pets? We have two pets. We have a dog named Sky and we have a cat named Crunch. And are you willing to pay key money? In Japan, they have this thing called key money, which is basically gift money that you give to the owner when you're moving into a new apartment. That is Japan's policy, not my policy, so we're going to go with no. Okay? And based on my answers, the Kiota will then match me with different listings that I can like. So let's pick a couple that I like. Okay, so this one looks kind of good. It's 9 minutes walk from the station. It's kind of expensive, 140,000 yen. Let's look through the pictures. Looks kind of good inside. Okay? And then we can even see a map to where it actually is. And let's scroll down. Okay. Oh, it says that it's close to the park. I like to jog. That's very good for me. It's on the first floor. You're kind of terrified of heights. That's good. It's 42 meters squared. I like this apartment. Okay. The next one, it's 20 minutes walk from the station. It's 110,000 yen. Let's scroll through the pictures. Looks kind of nice inside. It's very spacious. Let's scroll down. Okay. It's pet friendly. That's good. We have pets. It's close to the market. You know, we cook at home, so that's good for us. But it's kind of far from the station, so dislike. And the next one, it's 11 minutes walk from the station. It's really cheap at 90,000 a month. Let's scroll down. It's on the first floor. That's good for me. And it's 43 meters square, so I like this apartment. Okay? And then all the apartments that I've liked will then be saved, where I can take it a step further and I can decide on which apartments that I really want to go out and see. So, and I can schedule viewings for those. So let's schedule viewings for these two. These seem pretty good for me. I like them a lot. Okay? And then I need to set up my availability so I can send it to the owner. And I'm available Tuesday and Wednesday all day. Okay, so let's send that to the owner. And now all I have to do is wait to get a reply from the owner. And a really cool thing about Kiota is that it constantly refreshes. So tomorrow when I wake up, I open the app and I can scroll through and I have new listings that I can either like or dislike. And then I can schedule viewings for those listings. So let's see if we have a reply from the owner. Yeah, look here, we have a reply from the owner. It's on Wednesday, March 18th. So just in case, so I don't forget, let's add that to my calendar. Okay, and then this is Kiota. It really streamlines the apartment finding process. You can use it anywhere. You can, wherever you are, you can just take out your phone, open up the app, 5 to 10 minutes, and you can find your dream apartment. And I really want to thank our project manager, Gavin, and our lead developer, Shoko. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Arnaud. And I'm super nervous right now, actually. I must be as nervous as the first time I moved to a sharehouse. So, yeah, most of you must have lived in a sharehouse before, and most of you must have had issues with it. So, let's start over. So, yeah, it's not suitable to everyone. So, sharing a house is sharing what's inside the house, meaning the shower, the iron, the kitchen. And this means that it can become like quite chaotic, like super fast. And so as a sharehouse member, you can quickly become an anthropologist of modern times, meaning you can really discover new degrees of cleanliness where chores don't exist and cockroaches are having a good time. It's not coming. It must be in the other room, I think. and so you can also discover new habits, like new human habits, like people taking showers in the morning where you need to go for an appointment during, like they are taking a shower for 2 hours, the morning where you need to go for an interview or something, or they are launching a laundry at night. Okay. So each house has different ways of functioning, different sets of rules, and each person is unique. So I'm moving to a new share house, and I really don't know what to expect. So the house manager told me to implement that new app, Rëliëf. It's a share house management tool, and it looks that all my flatmates are displayed there. I can really get a glimpse of who they are. And I met quickly a guy, but he was in a rush, so I would like to learn a bit more about him. It's rich. Oh, okay. Oh, so that guy was a dentist before and now he's a yoga teacher? Quite interesting. Let me try. I saw on the app that you can actually join the line group. So let's join the line group by scanning the QR code. Yeah, my phone is a bit slow, sorry. And now that I'm online, it's super nice. And oh, Will is messaging me. He's welcoming me to the house. Okay. This is real time, okay? So now back to the back to the whiteboard. Okay. A whiteboard is pretty cool. I had one in my previous share house, but it was a physical one. So on that whiteboard, people were sharing like nice events, and they were also sharing like complaints about stuff. So speaking about complaints, I think they have a nice way to avoid conflict at your place. It's like by assigning chores weekly to someone. And so let me check my chores for the week. Oh, the living room. What's that about? I'm new, I don't know what it is. Okay, sounds quite easy. I think I will do it now. So now that the living room is perfect and I'm a professional housemaid, I can like put a note and confirm that I did the chore. Let me check quickly what I need to do for next week. The kitchen, oh, it's reminding me that I want to invite all my flatmates for next week. I want to invite all my flatmates on Saturday for a nice dinner to introduce myself and meet them. So yeah, let's post a message on the whiteboard like, hey guys, I will be cooking some crepes on Saturday. Yummy, yummy, yeah. Please bring some wine, for example, yeah. Okay, cool. So now that I invited everyone, I want to make sure that the kitchen will be actually available. So I saw that the amenities are actually bookable. So let's book quickly the kitchen on Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I think like 2 hours to cook some crepes should be enough. Yeah. Okay. So now that it's booked, like what's left to do? Maybe I need to get the groceries to actually cook the crepes. So, oh, there is a map displayed there, and I think there is all the recommendation of my flatmates. They're recommending the nice stuff. So I'm new to the area, and I really don't know anything, so it's cool that they're actually like showing me all the restaurants, the bars, and the dog stores, the ATMs. Like it's super convenient for me, like as I'm new to the place. But right now I'm like focusing on the supermarket, so let's filter supermarket, and I see that Marwetsu is super near my house, so I will go there later. Okay, cool. And so I actually want to look like super nice on Saturday, so let me like change the color of my mustache to blue and find a nice hairdresser. Okay, so Mr. Brothers, how much is it? 5,000? That's quite expensive just for a tiny mustache. Okay, let's check the other one. Barber Tategami, 3,000, recommendation from one of my flatmates. Okay, I will call them and book an appointment. Okay, so now that I'm all set up for my party, I think I can thank my team for developing that app, Rich, Natalia, and Will.
Hi, I'm actually more nervous than the last guy, so, so wish me luck. So anyway, my name is Sam. I live and work in Tokyo. I'm pretty busy, but when I have a chance, I really love to get out and go snowboarding. I especially love really deep powder snow, which is great for me living in Japan. In the past, when I wanted to find a resort to go to, I had to search maybe 4 or 5 different websites. So checking the weather, checking directions, checking the resort information. By the time I finished, I had 40 tabs open and I've forgotten everything. So this season, I started to use this app called Way to Snow. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Now, the really great thing about this website is that it shows live snow information. So it shows the live snow information for 285 resorts in Japan, all color-coded, so I can get a really quick overview about what's good. I know from past experience that I want to look for the green and the blue. That's the fresh snow or the deep powder days. But there's also the orange, which is decent, so maybe no new snow, and then the red, which I probably want to avoid. It looks like at the moment there's a lot of choices, so what I'm going to do is check out my favourites. They seem all okay, but instead of going into each one individually, what I'll do is I'll go into my user profile and I'm going to get a really quick overview about what's good. Really quick. Okay, so I can see my 3 resorts there. Obviously I can't go snowboarding today. It's 8 o'clock at night, but tomorrow I want to go. So 2 of them are decent. That's not for me. One of them's a powder day. Yeah, seems great, but actually I remembered I asked a question about this resort the other day. As I said, I love deep powder, so I want to ride off-piste. So I asked, is off-piste riding allowed? But unfortunately no. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back to the main map and see what else is around. I'll go back to the main map. All right, now one thing that I really love about this site is the filters. Using them, I can get a really quick overview of 4 days of snow. So I can look today, yeah, there's a lot of good places, and each day I can see how the snow's changing all over Japan. But I want to go tomorrow, and I want to look for the deep snow and the powder days. And actually, there's probably too many options there, so I'm going to remove fresh snow and just look for powder days there. And luckily for me, they're actually just all north of Tokyo, so that's great, that's perfect for me tomorrow. So let's check a couple out. So when I click on each one, instantly it's going to give me a bit of an overview. I can see tomorrow which one's good, how deep the base is. Yeah, as we already know, they're all good in this area. But this resort, Kawaba, I remember I spoke to my friend a couple of weeks about this place. He really recommended it. It's got over 2 meters of snow base. Tomorrow's a powder day, so I'm going to check out that one. I'm going to favorite that and then check it out. All right, now as a snowboarder, as I said, I really want powder snow. Tomorrow at this place, there's going to be 14 centimeters. There's not going to be too much wind. Yeah, it's not going to be too hot, too cold. It seems perfect. Now I'm thinking about going with a friend, so it's really nice to see there's a good variety of terrain. There's beginner, intermediate, advanced. It's not the biggest resort, there's only 5 lifts, but it's just a 1-day trip, so that should be fine. And the map is showing me it's in Gunma. I've driven there before. I know I can do a one-day trip. And then the ticket price, 4,900 yen. Yeah, I can afford that. That seems pretty reasonable. And the friend I'm going with, I actually don't know if he's a good snowboarder or not. So it's really good to see they've got a snowboard school if he wants to join that. And then finally, there's a Q&A. Let's have a look what questions people have asked. Oh, lucky me. Somebody asked the question, is off-piste riding allowed here? And yes, at this resort it is. As a powder rider, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Now on this page, I get the option to get the train directions, but I have a car. And it's only 2.5 hours drive away, so that's perfect. But before I go, one thing I want to do is work out how much it's going to cost us. As I said, I'm going with a friend, so there's 2 of us. It's just a 1-day trip. And then with the lift tickets, the average price of fuel and toll roads, it's about 7,500 yen each. That's about what I expect to pay. That's quite good. So all I have to do now is send it off to my friend.
Yay.
2 ats, that's okay. And just time to pack the car and get ready to go. All right, before I finish, I just want to thank Nick and Mohan up the back there. 2 guys on my team, I couldn't have done it without them, of course, they're superstars, so thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Francis, and I'll just start with a question. How many people here have skin? Oh wow, that's more than I thought actually. You're gonna love this next app then. So as a fellow human with skin myself, I have been getting really into skincare products recently. My friends have all been recommending me different products. I follow all the skincare subreddits on Reddit and follow lots of YouTubers. And I've just been wanting to try out lots of different products, especially like Korean and Japanese ones. But it's really hard for me to remember like which ingredients are good and bad for me when I'm actually in the store. That's why my team and I created this app called Clarify. We have 2,000 products and over 6,000 ingredients in our database. And with this app, we can really easily just compare different products and see a breakdown of the information and ingredients inside and whether it's good for you personally. So for me, for example, I have really sensitive skin. So in my profile, I've already set a tag of skin concern as sensitive skin. And I also want to avoid most common allergens and irritants. So I've set that tag as well. But I also recently found out that if you have sensitive skin, you should avoid fragrances in products. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my skin concerns. Okay. I've also added several flagged ingredients, which are ingredients that I specifically want to avoid in skincare products. For example, cornstarch, I heard is bad for acne, and it can break you out. So now whenever I'm shopping for a product, this app will alert me whether it has these ingredients or whether it's bad for my skin. So let's say I'm in the store shopping for a new moisturizer. Okay. So these two products both look really interesting to me. I really like Muji as a brand. I have a lot of Muji products, and I've never tried their skincare. I also think this one is really interesting. It's by L'Occitane, which is a really famous brand. I've never tried it, and I'm really curious about it. But how do I know which one is better for me? Well, thankfully, with this app, I can really quickly just scan the product, and then it will take me to a product page with information about it and a breakdown of the ingredients. So it looks like this one is really good. It has 4 stars, it's paraben-free and alcohol-free, which is pretty important to me. It has no negative ingredient flags, and it seems like one of my friends is using this product at the moment. But I'm also kind of curious about this one. I want to try this one out as well, but I don't know which one to choose. So I think I'll just compare these two products. So at the top, I can compare, and I'll just type in the name of this product, Lavande Crème Man L'Occitane, and then I can compare them. Okay, it seems like the Muji product is much better actually, straight away. It has 4 stars, and while the hand cream only has 2 stars, it seems like the Muji product has fewer ingredients as well, which I think is a good thing personally. They both have beneficial ingredients, but the hand cream has 2 negative ingredients that I've flagged. Interesting. So I'm kind of really interested in this Muji product. I think I want to read more into it. Okay, there were some reviews on it before. I want to check those out, just in case, to see what they say. Oh, there's a review from my friend Yuka. She says she has sensitive skin, just like me. She's also saying that it's super moisturizing and really gentle on sensitive skin. Okay, I'm definitely sold on this product, and I'm going to buy this one. Okay, and now that I've bought it, I'm going to add it to my list of current products that I'm using at the top. And then if I go to my shelf, I can see all the products in my current routine, including the Muji one that I've just purchased. And because I used the app to scan and compare the products beforehand, I'm pretty confident that this moisturizer won't break me out, and I feel confident spending money on it, even if it's at a slightly higher price point. And I'm really excited to try it out. And thank you, and of course I'd like to thank my team, Yuka, the front-end and full-stack genius, Hiro, back-end and strategist, and of course, Hiro, the lead dev and master of the master branch, and Jethro, the back-end and strategist. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Antonio, and I would like to introduce you this wonderful app called Woofer. But first, let me start with a question. Who around here has pet? Many people, that's wonderful. Well, it happens that I also own a pet. Her name is Peppa. She's very happy, active, she likes to go to the park and run. But I have a problem. The problem is, like, every time I go to the park, there's many dogs. Most of them are kind of aggressive when they're playing. They don't have like personality. They're not matching the personalities. So with this app, we're gonna try to find the best possible pet friend for Peppa. By the way, she's Peppa. And I've been using this app before, so I already have 2 uploaded pictures. But I want to upload 2 more because I think it's gonna be, Peppa looks very cute in those pictures. And in a moment, that's gonna happen. And we're gonna choose the Merry Christmas, Peppa. And now, we're gonna try to find the best possible pet friend for Peppa. So Bella, interesting, wonderful German Shepherd. Well, on the bottom of the page, we have the compatibility percentage. That is just matching the personalities traits of all the dogs. And we also have the rating. That is just the average of all the ratings. Let's go ahead and read a little more about Bella. Well, personality: active, independent, interesting. Description: my dog eats flies, interesting. Has wonderful reviews. So, but the problem is like she might be a little too big to play with Peppa. Peppa is like this size. So let's go ahead and say no. Now, Charlie, very cute cocker, very cute, has a very high compatibility percentage. Let's go ahead and check other pictures of her. Oh, very cute, right? It's very cute. Well, I think she might be a wonderful pet friend for Peppa, so let's go ahead and say yes. Esperanza, oh, 100% of compatibility, that's awesome. Probably it's gonna be the best possible pet friend for Peppa, so let's go ahead and say yes. Hot dog, yes, that's good. Let's go to our friends page, please. Well, last week, Peppa had a Peppa had a play date with Peanut, that is a Chihuahua, and was a very good play date. The owner is Doug. You met him before, and but I forgot to rate him. So let's go and rate Peanut. So I'm gonna give him 5 stars because he was very friendly with Peppa, and just say wonderful play date. Now we're gonna go back to the friends, and well, we're gonna check it out. Esperanza, the owner is Junior. He seems kind of decent, so let's go ahead and check the map to see if he lives close to us. Well, in this map is displaying all the Peppa's friends, and well, he lives very close. It's very good, very good. Let's go and chat with him now. Let's say hi. Our pets have high compatibility, and let's organize a play date for them. And hopefully, Junior is gonna be online and he's gonna answer fast. Oh yeah, awesome. So Shibuya Park, Saturday, 3 p.m., perfect. So let's just say, great, cool, see you there. And I'm really looking forward to see Peppa happy, having like a great time playing with Esperanza. And before finishing, I want to say thank you to my team, Shaw, the product manager, TJ, the back end, and Junia, the lead developer, and of course myself, the front end. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Grace. I live and work in Tokyo, and I listen to music all the time like many other people here. I often go to live music events such as concerts, live DJ sets, and festivals too. So I usually use Spotify to listen to my music, and I stream it on Spotify, and I find it really convenient. But at the same time, it has been my constant struggle to find and then discover the right music or artists on Spotify, because the suggestions they give me are very long and it takes me a lot of time to go through. Music blogs and then music review websites are like, they give out the great suggestions, but the source is limited. luckily, I do have a like awesome solution to this. I have a friend called Paula, and she works in the music industry, and she and I share the same music interest. Also, we always go to the music concert together all the time. And she is so great at recommending me the music I like in a heartbeat. So imagine how cool it would be to have an app like her. So I found this music app called Plug. It's location-based, and it shows me the music among the crowd, which are in demand, when I'm at the concert, based on everyone's Spotify playlist. So I think this is a great idea because whenever if you're at the music event, it's likely that you have the same taste. So tonight, I'm at the one event tonight. So I will try to use this app, and I will log in using my Spotify account. So it seems like there are a lot of people here at the event, and I'm going to see what the app has to offer. It's scanning my location and looking for the event nearby, and then also importing my Spotify songs. So on the top, it shows the event I need to check in based on my location. And even though I cannot check in, there are other events nearby ongoing tonight. Let's check into the event. So there are more than 160 people in this event, and that's a lot larger crowd than expected. And it's the songs, when I take a look at the list of the songs, these are the songs I don't have in my Spotify. They are new songs, and these are the songs in demand among this crowd at this concert. And this is in order of popularity. So I will try to check out the songs, and the first song I want to check out is one of the popular songs. So I'm going to check out the song called Lose Control by Medusa. And I will try to play the music here in the app. So I like the intro, so I will add this song. And scrolling down, there's a Tilted Towers by Alesso. I love Alesso, but I've never listened to this song before. So I will try out this one. And it's liked by 30 users in Spotify. And scrolling down, there's this song called Never Really Liked You by Calippo. And I've heard about him, so I think it's going to be good. So I'm going to add this one as a last. And go back and add them to my library so I can export it later. So this is good for now. So I'm going to put my phone away and enjoy the rest of the concert. Okay, that was a very exciting event. So I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. So I'm walking back home from the venue, and I want to check out the music I added earlier and then listen to them while I'm walking back home. So I go back to the app, and when I see the library, I see three songs I added earlier at Bob Moses. And I see two other songs I added last Friday. And these are two songs I didn't export after the concert last time because I forgot, so it's still sitting there. And at the same time, there is a recommended event for me based on my past events. And probably I'll check out this one because this one's not too far away from my home. And now I will add the songs going back. And I will name my playlist as Fridays in Shibuya, and export them to Spotify. So that was very easy. So it has been, the playlist has been created in the Spotify using the songs. And now I can listen to them while I'm walking back home. So let's try the last one. Hey, so simple 3 steps: checking into the event, adding new songs, and exporting them as a playlist to Spotify so you can listen to it right away. It took less than a couple of minutes. So there's no need for extra searching or typing. With Plug, your next song is only 1 second away. And I want to take a moment to thank my team. There's our front-end brain, Paula, and our back-end mastermind, Tomo, over there. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mike and I love expense reports. Said no one ever. Expenses are tedious, they're time consuming, but they also take you away from the work you're meant to be doing. As a manager, I know the pain too well when my team leave all the expenses to the last minute and we're scrabbling around at the end of the month to make sure they're getting done. However, that was before finding Bokkun. Bokkun has simplified the process of managing and submitting expenses for me and my team. When I use Bokkun, I'm greeted with a dashboard. This gives me a really good overview of how much we're spending during the month, so I'm not getting a shock at the end of the month. I can also see spending broken down by categories and by the top locations. Also, I can see stats about the latest business trip I've assigned, so I can monitor things in real time and understand exactly where my money is being spent. Adding a trip on Bokkun is really simple also. It's integrated with my Google Calendar, so I can just import the information about meetings I've already arranged with clients. For example, the meeting I've got with Tanaka-san at Toyota. I can simply import the information and then select an employee. I'll assign Taku, as he's a great salesperson. It's a very short trip, so we'll just assign a budget for food and for travel. And there you have it. The trip's been assigned, Taku will get a message, and it's ready for him to submit his expenses. I also have another employee who's on a business trip at the moment, Adil. Let's check in with him tonight and see what he's up to. Maybe he's having too much fun. I hope he's not at the Cavalcade tonight, spending all my money.
We're using Woofer.
Yeah, we're using Woofer. He's got his eye on a border collie, I'm worried. Oh no, it looks like he's checked in some. So let's have a look what Adil's up to. Well, first of all, Bokkun knows which trip Adil is on, and he's greeted with an overview of the total budget, as well as a breakdown for the different categories, so he knows exactly how much he's spending, but also how much he can spend on the trip. When he gets a new expense, it's a very simple process of adding it. He's gone out to dinner tonight. He went to Skia to pick up something to eat. Simple case of taking a picture of the receipt, which will allow him to save it onto Bokkun. Saving the receipt onto Bokkun is very handy because many businesses require a record of the actual expense, so you can't just be submitting any of your subscriptions to Woofer as an expense. One of the other handy features of Bokkun when you're submitting a receipt is the fact it can actually read your receipts. Not only can it understand the total amount of your receipt, but it can also understand the items in your receipt, as well as the tax, which can be useful for certain businesses as well. Once he's added his receipt, he can then go back and see his updated dashboard, less the money he's just spent, and keep track of all of the money over his trip. A really simple process for him, saves him time, less time submitting receipts, and more time eating Skia. Finally, back to me as a manager. The great thing about Bokkun is I can track my expenses in real time. I can keep an overview exactly of where the money is being spent. And for example, we can have a look at the trip that Adil is currently on to make sure he's not up to anything funny, but also that he's complying with company policy. You can see all of his receipts here, and even the most recently added receipt. He's been to Skia again. I'm a bit worried about him, so I'll take him out for a real meal sometime, I promise. Finally, my favorite feature about Bokkun is it can export a PDF in the report my accounts team needs. It will itemize the information and put it in a simple format that can be faxed. Yes, this is Japan. It can be faxed over to the accounts team to get the hankle. Bokkun has simplified expenses for me and my team, but what's simplified things for making Bokkun is Adil, Brian, and Rianda. So thanks, guys.